Channel 11 News. Coverage you can count on.
If you're just waking up, take a look at your screen. Watch as the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore just crumbles after being hit by a cargo ship early this morning. Within the past few minutes, officials are now speaking. They say they have pulled 2 people out of the river. 1 person is in serious condition, so good to hear some people are being found. Crews are still out there searching for about 20 people in the dark. 50-degree waters. I asked Scott. He says the sun doesn't come up for another 30 minutes here. New at 6 a.m., we have live Team 11 coverage of this unfolding tragedy. Traffic expert Tricia Pittman will be joining us in a moment with her insight on this rescue operation. And now as the sun comes up, look at this. We can see that cargo ship for the first time that hit the bridge. 2 people have been rescued. We have learned that in the last few minutes. Welcome back. Your time 6:40. A new report says Coraopolis is the most polluted city in America. The report just released by IQ Air says the amount of pollution in Coraopolis was 10 times higher than international guidelines. The measurement of particulates reached a high in October of 54.2. That's higher than the next most polluted city ever got the entire year. AAA says your summer plans may run into the highest gas prices in 2 years. Analysts say you could be paying up to $4 a gallon over the next few months. AAA says it's due to the summer blend coming out and oil prices on the rise. Researchers want you to be extra careful if you're driving during the solar eclipse next month. A new study found that a brief surge in crashes happened during the last eclipse in 2017. Researchers said traffic risks increased 31%, which is similar to what they see around the holidays. People get distracted. 20 million people are expected to travel to another city to view the eclipse next month.
Next month is Distracted Driving Awareness Month. Safety advocates consider it a chance to kind of reevaluate what you do behind the wheel.
And I spoke with state police who told me it's also the perfect time to have a talk with your young drivers. Trooper Gagliardi also told me if a school or community group is interested in a safety presentation this spring, it is always free and available through state police. I want to bring in Tricia here for a moment because Tricia's studies show the least distracted time of the day is actually the morning commute, 6 to 9 a.m. And the most distracted time is 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Does any of that surprise you?
Yes and no. I said I can see both sides of it. I feel people in the morning maybe feel that they're not as alert, so they need to pay more attention to the roadway. Your drive time's coming up in the next few minutes.
All right, Tricia, thank you. A live look at PPG Paints Arena this morning. Good news, the Jaromir Jagr bobbleheads, they're coming home. They're heading back to the arena. The Jaromir Jagr figures were stolen, remember that? Well, they have been located. A special cargo recovery team was able to retrieve the stolen merchandise in California. Welcome back. Hey, Addison, Alyssa, and Tricia, don't look now. The Pirates are undefeated. The team, there you go. That's 1-0, baby. The team opened the season with a come-from-behind extra inning thriller in Miami. Game tied at 5 in the 12th when Jared Triolo drove in the go-ahead run. Pirates win at 6-5. They had been down 5-2. We're off to a good start. 2 teams meet again at 7 o'clock tonight. The most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania is now a father. The Punxsutawney Groundhog Club announced that Phil's wife, Phyllis, gave birth to 2 healthy babies. Phil's Inner Circle posted this video that Alyssa found. They're the babies.
There's the babies.
We're told they're doing just fine. And then maybe one day we'll help his dad predict the weather at us.
You know, I would love to have a part in that as well. I think we can give some great advice to him, and maybe he can get some great advice to us on how to forecast the seasons ahead. I'll teach him about weather. He'll teach me more about how to forecast the seasons.
Deal.
How about that?
I like it.
All right. Well, we are kind of backtracking this morning.
To the other big story now, a live look from Storm Tracker Doppler 11 radar. All eyes on this, showing a reason for some optimism for viewing the eclipse. Right now, rain and clouds are giving way to some sunshine, and that is what we have been hoping for all day. So let's bring in Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist, Stephen Cropper. Stephen, is this going to clear in time?
Cautiously optimistic, Catherine. Things are improving. As you mentioned, the rains this afternoon. Catherine?
We can't wait, and that looks like some great news there, Stephen. Thank you. Happening now, the Carnegie Science Center is busy hosting their eclipse party. It's being called the Ultimate Cosmic Carnival. The festivities kicked off this morning at 10 with live demonstrations and programming in the planetarium. Visitors will also be able to watch NASA's live stream of the eclipse from inside the Science Center. But the director says their back deck will give them the best view today.
I'm looking forward to it, and a learning experience for my daughter and to educate her on what a solar eclipse is.
The Montour School District is on a normal schedule today despite the eclipse, but they are making sure their elementary school students won't be outside between 2 and 3:30 so they don't accidentally look up at the sun and hurt their eyes. That's the reason, in fact, that a lot of districts moved to remote learning today, like Woodland Hills.
I think the major concern was what's the atmosphere going to be like when our elementary students are leaving to get on the buses at 4 o'clock, 4:05 p.m. I think that was where a lot of the board members were concerned.
For us, the path of the eclipse will begin around 2 p.m. From 3:16 to 3:20, totality will occur up north, including Erie. At the same time, our area will see the moon covering 90 to 99% of the sun. The eclipse will conclude at about 4:30. Cannot wait for this. Channel 11 will have special coverage for you. Live coverage begins at 2, streaming on our WPXI News app, and then live coverage on here on Channel 11 beginning at 3. Breaking right now, a decades-old cold case has investigators in Perry South right now. They are digging where a home once stood. Let's bring in Channel 11's Gabriella DeLuca, who joins us live with the breaking details. And Gabriella, this is very interesting how police ended up there.
Gabriella DeLuca, Channel 11 News.
That is some story. Gabriella, will see you this afternoon. An argument got heated at a North Shore bar, and police say a worker was attacked with a beer bottle. Channel 11's Lori Hoy sifted through the police paperwork to find out how a bump sparked the fight. Today is the last day to register to vote for the primary election later this month. You can apply either online or deliver your registration to your voter registration office, and you can check your status online by going to vote.pa.gov. If you plan to vote by mail, April 16th is the last day to request your ballot. Election day is April 23rd. Southwestern PA welcomed its first bald eaglet of the season. Check it out. The egg hatched in the nest near the U.S. Steel plant in West Mifflin yesterday. There's the little guy. This is the 7th eaglet for this eagle couple. The second egg is expected to hatch soon. We'll be watching. And finally, you may want to wear red or green this afternoon for the eclipse. Now, the science of it all is based on the way the cones and rods work in our eyes. I won't get into all that, but here's the gist. Red will get darker during the eclipse, and green will get brighter. As for what not to wear, black, white, gray, or brown. Those colors will not have any changes. Well, that's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Channel 11 will have special coverage of the eclipse this afternoon. It all begins at 2 on the WPXI News app, and then live coverage right here on Channel 11 starting at 3 for the big moment. Enjoy this afternoon, and please be safe.